Aphantasia, another YouTube clip. As I said, often these things write themselves in terms of what I'm going to talk about. Today it's about UX design, which is user experience. Now, if you own practically anything electronic, from a smartphone to a camera to a satellite remote, a car, anything, they've all been designed with the user experience in mind, trying to work out how best to help you use that piece of technology. Now, for some pieces of technology, I really struggle. Now, most of the time I'm fine. Now, I kind of know where I am in a menu, or I know what to do. But other times I can't remember what I'm doing or where I am or how to do certain things. So it's equivalent. If you think about this, if you were using an application on a computer and say you didn't use it very often, take Excel for example. Excel's a good example. I'll probably hover the mouse over a button if I can't remember what the thing does. I'm thinking, oh, is that print? Is that save as, or is that something else? I might remember the logo and I might recognise it if it's in the same place. I think, yeah, I always put it, but I don't always know, so I have to hover over something time. Now, if you take that example and you take it across things where you don't have that ability to hover to see what it is, you start to imagine what I get into with some technology. I don't immediately know how to navigate through certain things. Now, I'm not saying this is everybody, by any means. This, as I've said before, Aphantasia, it is different for many, many people. In fact, I met 8 people in real life, a lot more now actually. I've been to the conference, which was really good, as I keep saying, but we all seem to have a unique version of it. Now, you can take into account some interpretation of this, fine, but getting back to the question anyway. So this may not be everybody. This may just be how it manifests itself in me. But I haven't really thought about this before. So maybe in the future we'll have to think, well, what can people do in terms of visualization and storing in working memory in order to use certain things in certain ways? I'm not saying I'm going to have a version which is defunctionalized or anything like that, but it certainly could aid me to do certain things in a clever way, so I'm not thinking, well, what does that do, or how did I get back to there? So I think it is to give me that advantage that maybe people got that can remember what some of the buttons and features are. But again, I guess this is a curious question more than anything else, and probably people have got opinions on whether that's right or valid. I don't know, to be honest. A lot of times when you think about Aphantasia, and I did when I started, you kind of look at it and you think, okay, is this just me? Is this a trait? Is this everybody? What am I looking at here? What is? I mean, it was the first time I learned about not being able to hear anything in my head. I thought, is this just me? Is it maybe something with my brain can't process it that way? You just don't know. So I think knowledge is useful. So I'm always going to say, share something as an idea and then discuss it and work it out. Because some things that may be really obvious, and they are obvious, we all get to straight away. The other things that are a lot more complicated and, if you like, come about because of things like technology, which has evolved how we use things. I think it's more complicated to understand the underlying reasons why someone like me might experience certain issues with some technology in certain menus and not in others. So I'll be interested to know how that pans out when I think about it in the future, whether there will be others that experience something like this. And I say, it's not all the time. Sometimes I'm fine with stuff. I could just go in there, know exactly what I'm doing. But other times I really get a bit puzzled by thinking, well, how did I do that last time? And I can't really remember. Now, I think it's true for applications, especially on a smartphone, where maybe you can't access help as easy as you could on a PC in terms of hovering over buttons or things like that. So maybe things like overlaid menus might help me. But anyway, food for thought anyway. So